Hi, my loves. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. I hope that you're having a beautiful and an amazing day. This is a timeless reading for the collective. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Information to book a personal reading can be found below in the description box. Ooh, you have here the Eight of Wands. Have the Eight of Wands here. I am actually recording this today on February, what's today? The 13th. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that Saturn is moving into Aries today, right? From Pisces. So, and it'll be in Aries until April of 2028. So this is the end of like a 2.5 year cycle. Because Saturn went into Pisces in March of 2023. So this is the start of like another, let's say, 2 to 3 year cycle. And Aries energy is going to be all about structure and discipline and, your character and, growth and development, power, making real power moves about, leadership and really just taking accountability for yourself. And so we have here the Eight of Wands, which I feel is a fast moving energy. This is about communication. It's about, for some of you, travel or moving, going towards new opportunities. You have the Five of Wands here and the World with the Seven of Cups. So the Five of Wands, we know, usually can be, some type of conflict or drama, maybe even competition, but the World is here. So this is saying that it's time to walk away from any type of chaos or conflict. Maybe there's been a lot of like really fast moving energy around you. Maybe even a lot of different things have been projected onto you. But with the World card, the World is also about a completion. This is saying that you finally accomplished something, or maybe you're going into a cycle where you're really focused right now on trying to accomplish certain things in your life. The Seven of Cups is here. So the Seven of Cups can talk about dreams, illusions, confusion. It also can talk about having multiple options. The Seven of Cups sometimes can suggest that maybe right now you really need to make a decision. So you could have a lot of different things that are being presented to you at this time, or things that will be coming in, and that is going to require you to really stand up for yourself and be, very, just more assertive, more ambitious, to be more accountable. I feel like right now with this energy, things are going to start happening fast. So you may really be thinking a lot about even like business, your career, your job, things like that. Yeah, the King of Pentacles is here with the Ace of Wands. So this is definitely getting into an energy of trying to accomplish things in your life right now, getting more grounded, being more practical. Some of you are going to find that you have a lot more energy very soon. This card says the Midas touch. So this is saying that at this time with the Ace of Wands here, if in fact you actually take action on some of the things that are being presented to you, you can expect it to really turn out in your favor. This is like Aries, it's fire. It's fiery energy. Fire, passion. It's going to require you to make some endings, though, to change some things. Yeah, the Two of Swords is here with the Page of Swords. So maybe you've been stuck at a crossroads, or you've been, with the Seven of Cups out here, like unable to make some kind of decision. This is saying now you're going to have to get out of your head and follow your heart. Really balance your heart and your mind. The Page of Swords is here. Some of you have, you've been paying closer attention with the Page of Swords, and you're realizing that there is some type of chaos or drama, or you're actually seeing that maybe there is some competition in a certain area. Some of you are being watched and monitored by other people. Okay, your perception of certain situations, though, is shifting and changing. Maybe you've been afraid to do something because you are worried about the competition, or you're worried about how people may think or how they may feel about you if you choose to make some type of pivot in your life. I feel like you should really just go for it and not be too worried about what other people are thinking at this time. Yeah, the World is here. but you have the Justice card in the reverse. I feel like with the World and the Justice card in the reverse, this is actually saying that a cycle of your life where things have been imbalanced and very unfair is ending. Now, things, we can talk about the energy, but you have to actually have the action behind it. Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups here. Some of you, and the High Priestess and the Three of Cups. So some of you right now, and here's the King of Pentacles. We have the King of Pentacles out here and the Lovers and the Four of Wands. All right, so now we're getting into partnerships. We're getting into, for some of you, even romantic relationships. You have the King and the Queen of Pentacles out here, the Lovers and the High Priestess. So your intuition is beginning to tell you something about a situation or relationship. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles here with the Three of Cups. So this is saying that maybe for some of you, you could be, of course, just completely single. But with the High Priestess here and the Ace of Cups, I feel like you're gaining a lot of wisdom, a lot of insight and clarity about at least what you are looking for, maybe in some type of partnership or a relationship, whether it's romantic or business or both. This is you looking at things from a very grounded and practical place in your life now. The Three of Cups is here with the High Priestess and the Ace of Cups. So there is something here. I feel like with this Three of Cups, the High Priestess and the Ace of Cups, your intuition is telling you that something really good is coming. And I feel like you're about to get a confirmation here with the Ten of Pentacles. It's like you've been feeling like some type of new experience or relationship or opportunity is coming towards you. You're really about to find that whatever your gifts, talents, abilities, your dreams, your intuition has been like telling you for some time, it really is true. Some of you have been feeling like you're going to meet like a very important person in your life, and you really are about to meet that person. The Lovers is here with the Four of Wands and the Three of Cups. There's something here that's going to be worth you celebrating. Yeah. Oh, wow. The Hangman is here with the Two of Cups. For some of you, this is love. I feel that the reason why this love energy is coming in is because I always say, once you actually discover your purpose, it's like you've done the hard part. Once you discover your actual life purpose and you actually commit yourself to God and what God has called you to do, it becomes much easier for you to actually attract a life partner. Somebody that's actually in alignment with you, that can grow and build and heal and evolve with you. A lot of people try to look for the partner first, and you can do what you want to do, but a lot of people look for the partner first before actually discovering their purpose. And that's where so many people, they constantly, bump heads and fall apart, because if you don't know who you actually are, then how are you going to actually say that, well, you're going to dedicate your life to another person? You don't know who you are. They don't know who they are. You don't know what you want to do in life. They don't know what they want to do in life. So, and that kind of makes me think even about like Saturn, which rules, karma. And a lot of people, even like when you think about your Saturn return, which happens around, like age 20, 29 and a half, 30, a lot of people, once they make these lifelong decisions before they've even had their Saturn return, once you go through that Saturn return and your life is turned upside down, you're going to be a completely different person. So whatever the decisions that you made before, 30, a lot of times those are not the decisions that you're going to be comfortable with when you're 40, 50, 60 and on into the later years of your life. So some of you right now are, for sure, probably much older than 30, or you've had your Saturn return. Some of you have had your second Saturn return, which happens around, close to 60. And you're seeing life from a different lens. And now you're focusing on mastering yourself. That's the level of maturity and self-mastery. This is now like where you get to start refining and defining and refining who you are and your identity. And so now you will actually attract the type of people that are aligned with who you are now. So a lot of the cycles from the past are completely closing. You're not interested in the same activities. You're not, maybe as aligned with old friends or family. Right now, you're going to find yourself with the Queen of Wands here, like I said, being very assertive, very ambitious. You really wanting to step into this very independent type of energy where you're no longer underestimating yourself. And then here's the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, some of you are definitely going to be going towards things that you truly love. This is some of you building business. You have the Six of Cups here. This Six of Cups is sometimes is about nostalgia. It could be about soulmates. It could be about the past. It also can be about you embracing your inner child. So some of you, there's things that you've always wanted to do since you were younger, or it's connected to just your purpose with the star here, and you're about to finally decide to do that. The Four of Swords is here with the Judgment card. So some of you, there has been a break or a separation or just a lot of deep healing. And because you've done this deep healing, you now have the Knight of Cups. You have love that's going to come towards you. The Nine of Pentacles is here with the Nine of Wands. Two nines, this is signifying an ending to a cycle here. You standing up for what you believe, you protecting whatever you have, protecting what you've created, enjoying the fruits of your labor, and somebody's going to come in and match you. So things are just aligning. This is like, for some of you, an opportunity for you to really just do everything all over. The Knight of Pentacles is in the reverse. So I feel like the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse tells me that this could speak of like somebody moving very slowly, or there being a lot of delays. The Knight of Pentacles can also sometimes speak about a person who is very impulsive, or someone who is either like a workaholic, or I would say someone who struggles to get grounded. I feel like you're finally getting balance in a situation. With the Two of Pentacles here, the Two of Wands, and the Tower, the Release card. This is you getting balance. Like you're no longer gonna stay stuck in a situation. And if you have been connected to a person or people or a group that's remaining stuck, this is saying that you have something or someone new that's coming in. Okay, this is time to take action. No more juggling, no more, dealing with people or situations that just don't serve you. That's over. You have out here the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. So I feel like this is the end of like a belief in scarcity, of thinking that it's okay to kind of be around people that just don't support you or don't motivate you, or whatever this is. I feel like this is also people choosing to be more like just unapologetically authentic. The Three of Swords is here. Someone is going to perhaps be a little bit heartbroken, or many people are going to be heartbroken that you're choosing to separate yourself. This is, when you realize that elevation requires separation. The Four of Pentacles here and the Five of Pentacles with the Three of Swords. Some of you, your lifestyle is going to change. And as you separate yourself from certain people, they're going to feel rejected. They're gonna feel a way about the fact that you are really, really pursuing your own goals. And I feel that by you pursuing these goals with this level of tenacity, it's going to really allow you to shape and build like a new foundation for yourself. But it is going to cause a lot of towers, because people who have been struggling to find balance, who are still stuck in old timelines, they're gonna feel highly offended by the fact that perhaps you don't really want to be connected to them in the same way. You have the Ace of Swords here. That's the Truth, and the Five of Cups. Yeah, it's like you having this new idea, this new direction in life, and choosing not to focus on the negative is moving you on the peaceful, calm waters towards your wish fulfillment and your happiness. The King of Swords is here with the Emperor. Yeah, so some of you, you're going towards like a divine feminine, a divine masculine, an actual life partner, someone that with the Seven of Pentacles here, you feel like you can really plant seeds with this person, the Wheel and the Ace of Pentacles, and it'll lead to a harvest. So you may be choosing now to walk away from someone or a group of people that you just don't see yourself growing and thriving with. They're going to feel a way about it, but you still have to move forward with your life. I think that a lot of people, we always see this happen though. Like people are going to be like, oh, you're kind of acting funny now. It's not that. It's just the fact that you've outgrown certain situations, and you don't need to allow people to make you feel guilty because you've now decided that you've outgrown certain places or situations or environments. It's time for you to go. Some of you are leaving a relationship behind, and I've been saying it a lot. We're done with potential. You know, it's great for people to have potential, but you can't invest all of your energy. If you have the Midas touch energy right now, you don't need to put everything that you have in just potential when it comes to other people if they're not truly equally yoked with you and doing what you're doing. So you have the Devil card here. Somebody could still be in their shadow. They could be having financial issues. They could have addictions. See, there's people around you who are stuck in a cycle, and Spirit is saying, no, you have to get away from this, or it could even be you. You cannot expect to have a different life if you're waking up doing the same thing every single day. Change only happens when you change. So the bridge is here. If you want to go into a new phase of life, you're going to have to address certain things in your shadow. If you're interested in booking a shadow work reading with me, the information can be found below. But this is you going into a period of your life of being the star. This is Spirit saying there is no more dealing with situations that are up in the air that lack stability. And I've been saying this a lot to people, especially that book personal readings with me, and we go, you know, through more coaching and mentorship. The thing about it is you cannot be a people pleaser and feel as though you have to invest everything that you have. Many people who are light workers, healers, empaths, you've been programmed and conditioned to think that you have to give everything that you have to building other people, but nobody actually teaches you that it's not fair, it's not okay for you to allow yourself to be completely depleted. You cannot constantly try to pour from an empty cup. A lot of people, especially the feminine collective, is thinking that if you pour everything that you have into a partnership, that means that person is going to reciprocate it. When you pour everything that you have and then they don't reciprocate it, what happens? You then become resentful and bitter, and you close the gates to your own abundance. Because now you've lowered your own frequency and vibration by being mad, sad, angry, and upset, and in victim consciousness. But the truth is, you went and gave everything that you had to your family, your friends, a partner, in some cases even kids. And then when it's not reciprocated, you're mad. But it's an opportunity to learn that it is good for you to have boundaries. Boundaries is what actually allows you to have more clarity and more value. You can't just give out everything that you have to everyone, because a lot of people aren't actually deserving of it. That's why this energy and like this shift of Saturn going into Aries is about maturity. It's about you refining who you are as a person, realizing that you don't have to give everything that you have to people that really aren't giving you anything, whether they have it to give or they don't. Some of you are giving everything that you have to people and they have no way of ever returning it. And you're just, oh, the false hope. It's no more time for false hope. You have to go. You have to leave this behind. Because usually that's rooted in your own self-esteem issues or confidence issues. If you feel like you have to keep on patching and building on other situations instead of you just living your best life. You have out here teamwork. Yeah, so something has been up in the air when it comes to you trying to team up with a person, or there being a desire to complete a goal with someone. Either they're going to get it together or they're not. Yeah, there's a lot of challenges here when it comes to teamwork, collaborations, and partnerships. So if you don't know where you stand with something, it's time now for you to speak up and say, okay, what's going on? Serendipity is here. For some of you, it's time for you to have a really tough conversation with someone. You have out here single life and finances, and you may be telling someone, listen, this is a toxic situation and it has to end. You would rather be single and focused on your finances than to keep on dealing with a situation that's making you sad. It's time for you to change your own image. You don't need somebody else to help you change your image. Focus on your image. Focus on your health. Bring karmic justice to yourself by learning how to walk away from things. And if you do that, you will have the birth of something new. And in divine timing, love will either come back to you or somebody new will come in. But you have to be willing to take a risk. You have to be willing to say no to the things that just don't serve you. Is there anything else? I feel like this energy, I'm picking it up, that fire energy though, of really learning how to just say no. Like, no, I don't want that. I'm not doing that. I'm not going there. No, 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 no. No is a complete sentence. Oh, I have a deck that I have not used in so long that I pulled out. Let's see. I forgot the name of this deck. You have your soul searching and balancing act. Yeah, you need to do a balancing act. Don't put all of your time and energy into one person or one thing where to the point where you start neglecting the things that are really important to you. Some of you, you need to take immediate action to do something, and it's saying soul searching. It's time for you to go within and uncover your true feelings. A lot of you could be between the age of 38 and 44. Wow, I just looked down at this other deck and it says here, let them go. Let go of people that don't allow you to be lighthearted. Let go of people that keep you stuck at a crossroads. If they don't want to go where you're going, walk away. Everybody can't go with you, and that's okay. And you can't go with everybody, and that's okay too. Like, just let it go. Some of you need to keep in mind with the high priestess here that you're constantly receiving these messages and downloads that there's something really, really amazing coming to you. Trust that even though you don't see it, that it's coming. So don't settle for safe. Don't keep staying stuck and complacent because, like I said, potential and false hope. Understand that there's something that you want and it can come like instantly. God can move instantly in your life. So you don't have to keep holding on to something that today you know it's not what you want because you are afraid that you may not get what you want tomorrow. That's a belief in scarcity. That's a poverty mindset. That's being stuck in survival mode. Well, I'm just gonna I'm gonna just accept a piece of something instead of having the peace of not having anything at all and waiting until God gives me exactly what it is that I want. You do not have to settle. Because every time you settle, you're telling the universe that you're okay with mediocrity. Wow, see there? You are worthy. I told you. And it says here, share your gifts. It says, get ready to see movement when you choose to share your gifts. It's time to stop feeling unworthy, unloved, and undeserving. You have a lot of inner guidance, and it's telling you that you are a beacon of light. You are a leader, a teacher, a mentor, a coach, partner, parent, child, whatever, community leader for a lot of people that's around you. But some of you, this is who you are, and you know it's who you are, but you still are afraid to go out and share it with other people. And it's keeping you stuck and keeping you bound and saying it's time for you to listen to your inner guidance and pay attention. Yeah, soul contracts here. Before you were even born, you had already agreed to certain contracts. You should be focused on reaching for the stars. And like I said, let them go. For some of you, this is even family with the tree here. And I always say it, it's like even in, people dating and other stuff, either somebody's going to help you repair the family tree or they're going to help you to keep burning it down. Again, in personal readings, when I really go deep with people, a lot of people are in relationships and you're like, oh, well, I think it's a curse and I think it's this. Well, look at your actions and look at the things that you're choosing. And sometimes we really need that tough love for somebody to tell us, like be for real. That's not a covenant that you're in. You're looking at, well, why is life difficult? You're literally repeating the same things that you've seen your whole life that you're begging to get out of, but you'll go and choose a partner that represents the very thing that you're trying to get away from. It says here, the world awaits you. It's very clear here that you have to get away from something or someone. It could be a person, it could be a job, it could be a place. But Spirit is saying it's time for healing, not war. Whatever has you up in arms right now, Spirit is saying you need to let go of it. There is something here or many things that you need to just slay because the world is waiting on you. It says here, paint the sun back into your sky. The world is waiting on you to step out and be a beacon of light, to love yourself, to be happy. That's your birthright. So whoever or whatever place or thing or situation is holding you back, make the decision now to walk away from it. And people don't just walk away from things overnight, but you can create a exit strategy where you understand that you're in a situation. Some of you are in a situation with people that are really bullies. They're very, very toxic and controlling because they don't have control over their own lives. So what do they want to do? They want to control you. And you're not meant to be controlled because you're meant to be a beacon of light that's going to actually go and guide yourself or your family or other people. So you cannot actually be in a situation with someone that does not allow you to actually shine, whether it's a friend, family member, partner, it doesn't matter. You have to get away from this situation because it's just not good for you. Some of you, yeah, rise above here. You have too many people around you that don't allow you to shoot for the stars. Like, in other words, you have someone that is trying to put you in some type of container, and that you're not meant to be in that. There's something out here that is binding you, is trapping you, and you need to get out of it. It's an illusion. It's just time to move on from whatever this is. A lot of you, it's a job. You have people in the workplace or whatever, they're trying to dictate or control you. You could be a part of a group of people that, you know, don't really honor you, don't really respect you. And Spirit's just saying, just move forward. And trust that what you're saying about the future, that it can manifest. Trust that. But what you cannot do is continue to stay in the place where you are. Especially around these bullies. It's not okay. You can manifest anything, and your potential is endless. And you don't need anybody's help. I'm not going to say you don't need anyone's help, but if you're going to get help from people, get help from the right people. But what you don't need is everybody's approval. Because a lot of people, they're not going to approve. They're never going to approve of you doing what God has actually asked you to do. That's fine. You don't need their approval. So expect that to happen. Expect people to, of course, come up against you. But that it doesn't matter. Some of you, this is saying that you need to separate yourself, either from a person or a job. Just separate yourself. Work on yourself and become the star. Separate yourself from everything that's not aligned with what you know for a fact that you truly want, that you truly deserve, that you truly desire. It's very simple. You can do a pros and cons list. Look, okay, this is what I want. Do the things that's around you now, does it match that? If no, let it go. Simple. Start your spring cleaning early. Because what I'm getting here is go time. Spirit is saying you have the Midas touch. Use it. Do not waste it on anything or anybody that does not actually serve you. And I'm just going to say this because, you know, I don't mind being somewhat transparent and vulnerable. That's even me with the channel, you know. And I talk about the channel. This, you know, something that I'm willing to talk about. If you notice now, I don't post warfare readings. I'm not posting. I have dozens of readings that I do, because every day when I do readings, I never know what's going to come out. There's really, really dark things that come out, but I don't post them because it's not the type of energy that I want to be in. And I get to govern what I do with my gift. Just because I don't post it doesn't mean that I don't know it. Just because I don't say it doesn't mean that I don't know it, that I didn't see it. But if I'm in a community where I don't feel as though what I'm doing is being well received and it's not beneficial, then I don't have to share it. And I would really, really encourage a lot of people, especially if you're in the healing space or spiritual communities, to understand the gifts that we have, the gifts that we have inherited, the gifts that we've had to fight for. We don't actually have to do anything with them other than what God tells us to do. You don't have to go and put your gifts out there for sale to a bunch of people that even when a target is on your back, they will never be there to support you. I've seen things happen in the tarot community to people that is just awful. And the only thing people are worried about is when you're going to show up and post again. And the truth is, the people that are watching the videos, you can post information that is life-changing, and nobody, that doesn't guarantee that people are actually going to do anything with the information. That's the truth. I posted things about the rituals, the sacrifice, and all that. How many of you guys have went and started an LLC? How many of you have started nonprofits? How many of you have taken the information and you actually done something with it? Many of you have, but way more people have not. So I don't have to get on here and put my heart and soul and blood, sweat, tears, and all. I don't have to do that. And that's me honoring myself. And I would encourage other people to do the same. Nobody gets to tell you how you do you, how you use your gifts. You can't let people continue to puppeteer you like that. Divine channel is here, especially when you are a divine channel. You receive messages, downloads. You're a natural leader. You're a beacon of light. Protect it. It's a time for healing, not war. People that want to still stick in the timeline of victim consciousness and all of the drama, let them stay there. A lot of people are moving on to very beautiful timelines of legacy and abundance. And people who are not on that frequency, they're pissed off, but when they can no longer, in other words, when what you're saying and doing is beneficial to people, they're all in, even when they do nothing for you. As soon as you start to remove access, everybody is upset. But oftentimes, separation from a business or a relationship, it's an initiation. Because it's good for you to see how people really feel about you when you're no longer beneficial to them. Take it as the truth. See it for what it truly is. Some people here in the tarot community, lives, families are being threatened because of the messages that they put out. The collective is not going to protect us. YouTube doesn't protect us. Some of you in your jobs, you're the first person in and you're the last person out. That's not going to earn you any more money. You're not going to get any rewards, any recognition, no promotions. And you've seen that for as long as you've been there. Some of you in your family. Every event is at your house. You help all the family members financially. You're the person that's always there. How often is somebody there for you? That's why I'm saying that having boundaries and knowing how far to go with people is so important. Because time and time again, people are going to show you that no matter how gracious you are, they may not ever show up for you. And sometimes it's because they really can't. But I would encourage you to get around the people that can actually help you in the event that you need it. Having a bunch of people around you that only take from you, that all you can ever do is serve, that's not good. You deserve to be served as well. Don't let anybody tell you that you have to go out here and give everything that you have while you just suffer in silence. But that's what people teach us. We're taught to suffer and stay in survival mode. That's not necessary. There's this narrative that, oh, you just have to struggle. In love, you have to struggle. Even here in the tarot community, everybody is always about the warfare. I'm like, does anybody ever get out of it? Because if you're a seer, you're always going to see the warfare, but does anybody actually live a decent human experience where you wake up and you're happy with life, or is everything a battlefield? Because the truth is, the battle is in your mind. You're going to constantly go towards the things that are in your mind, that you created or that you've been absorbing. When you get control over your mind, you have control over everything around you. So, take advantage of this energy. I'm going to leave it there. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Always go within so that you never go without. And again, if you are interested in booking a personal reading, my information can be found below. You guys enjoy this energy. Bye.